Welcome to Karaoke Wine with Jules and Tessa.
Welcome.
Hi.
Karaoke wine.
Yes.
Obviously.
Briosa.
Must be
21 and over.
90 calories.
90 to 100.
Yeah.
Depending, I think, on the flavor that you get.
Yeah. Basically to help you go 90 to 100 any night you want.
Yes. Cheers. Mm-hmm.
First of all, you look absolutely beautiful today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like I look like a bum, but okay.
No, not at all.
Go for it.
All right. So, fun topic today. I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew what I was.
So did I, because I feel like, but I did like the traditional test. I'm glad that we did a different one. So
Yeah.
we're doing love languages,
Yes.
but in a different capacity, which I'm really excited about. So I'm happy that I didn't get the generic 5 languages or whatever.
Yeah, this was 8.
This was 8. We will drop the link if we can, I guess. Yeah, so everyone can take it. But I found it interesting. We're going to go ahead and have you kick us off.
Yes. So we took this test, and I knew about the 5 love languages because my therapist, when I was in therapy, it was around sexual assault, and then, getting over that and being in a healthy sexual relationship with my partner, and then finding out who I was and how I reciprocate and what I respond to and all the things. But this was interesting because we actually took the test. And it's 8 love expressions.
Yes.
Physical affection, emotional connection, time together, growth and support, nurturing communication, actions, intellectual stimulation, and thoughtful gifts, which I think now in this modern dating and this like new age therapy movement, I think this encapsulates everything that people are going through.
I agree. I think that, the other love languages or the 5 traditional love languages that everybody talks about, there's so much more than just those things. And I think the original 5 are words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, gifts, and then what's the last one?
I'm just Googling real fast. What does it say? Because I always forget.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation, quality time.
Quality time.
Quality time. Duh. Dum-dums.
Sorry, I don't want to be next to you. I don't want to spend time with you.
Get away from me.
Oh, that's really sad.
That we forgot?
No, like just me thinking.
It's really funny that I forgot because it is literally one of my top 3.
Oh my gosh, is it really? Yeah. That's really funny. It's not one of, and maybe it's because I've always dated long distance.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's why, because I really like the time that I have with the people that when I was dating, it just became
Well, that is
more
quality time.
Yeah, but
But it's not your.
I think in my mind when I'm choosing between the one, like time is just not something that I used to have. I mean, I basically lived in Maryland, but I mean, that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to start with your expressions and we'll go from there?
Well, do you want to actually, so my results, I knew that I was going to be more or less even across the board. And I do make this joke to all the guys that I have dated. Like when we talk about love languages, I was like, all of them. Yeah. I just want all of them. And it's, some more than others, but more or less like, just give me the whole enchilada.
I want it all.
Yeah, I want it all.
There's nothing wrong with that either. Like you need an aspect of everything. Having a love language, whether how you give a love language or how you receive a love language, you still have to have all of them. Just because you score really high in one aspect doesn't mean that's all you need.
No, this makes 100%.
Yeah.
So my top 3, one at 21.4% was physical affection.
Ding, 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 ding,
I mean, duh.
Hello.
How many times do we talk about
Yeah,
sex? Hello.
Let's talk about sex,
Yeah.
baby.
Emotional connection is 15.2%. Time together, 14. Growth and support is 12. Nurturing communication, like healthy communication, we talk about that, 11%. Actions, 10. Intellectual stimulation is 8. Like, you can't be a fucking idiot. And thoughtful gifts is the last one, at 6.3%. And I knew that gifts for me was going to be the last because I get gifts. And even though I love them, they're not the end all be all to like winning me over.
I agree. I think sometimes also gifts could potentially be in
A mask.
yes.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like sometimes they are used either to manipulate a situation or apologize for behavior that needs more than an apology, but it needs a change in behavior, but the gift kind of overshadows the change of behavior.
I
having
like
to happen.
gifts only when, I mean, I think they're sweeter when it's like a random Tuesday and he's like, babe,
I saw this and I thought
saw
of
this,
you.
I thought of you.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, one instance, I was drunk on a Tuesday. You know, I don't know what day it was, but we were in Beverly Hills and we had a nice lunch with like 2 bottles of wine and walked through Rodeo, and I got a couple nice things out of that one. And I was like, this is
that's
amazing.
fun. Yeah,
That was
take
fun.
take me shopping.
It was just a random day. And he was like, you want to go to Chanel? You want to go to Louis? And I was like, yeah,
I don't know
let's
if that's
go.
gifts. I feel like that's quality time.
It was quality. Quality, designer, leather goods. Yeah.
Luxury.
I loved it.
So you and I are actually very similar. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so physical affection at 20.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely number one because, like, touch me all day long. I always make a joke that the only thing I want from a relationship is somebody to, like, constantly be touching my butt and just tell me, you know, they miss me every once in a while. Like, that's all I really need. Emotional connection, 16.1%. Nurturing communication is 14.3%, which makes sense for me because communication is extremely, extremely important to me. Intellectual stimulation. I am not shocked that this is in my top 4 because
you're a sapiosexual human.
yes,
Yeah.
like if you can say words I don't understand, like that is the way to get my clothes off.
I'm actually surprised that that's lower on my list.
I am actually shocked it's lower on your list too.
But you know, there's a disclaimer. This test that we did, like some of the questions, like it says, like, do you feel most loved when?
Yes.
And I was like, why do I have to choose between these? Because I want both of them.
100%.
And then as a Leo, I overthink the question or I overthink the answer. And I'm like, well, if he did this and I don't want that. Like if he did that, you know what I'm saying? Like I just overthink everything. So there's like a little caveat to this test.
Exactly. It did, you know, just I just went through it. There was 2 questions.
But I also don't want to know it all and you proving me wrong all the time. Like, I'd be like, shut up.
cannot do that. Exactly. But intellectual stimulation is different. I want you to teach me. I don't want you to mansplain. I will fucking punch you in the face if you try to mansplain something to me.
Don't do that.
Okay. I want to learn. Like, I love that. Don't make me feel stupid. You know, we'll get into stories here in a second, but remind me to circle back to intellectual stimulation. Okay. Growth and support at 9.8 would be the next one. Time together, 9.8. Thoughtful gifts is also low on mine, which is 8%. Same thing. Like when I was younger, like I mentioned, like gifts were really big for me because I thought that was what was a good thing. And then I started buying my own gifts and I like them. And then the last one for me is actions. We did talk about this. I think that in all of my past relationships, I have done everything, literally everything. I took care of these men, which never going to do again. I think when you're taking these tests,
Well, never say never, because I think that your husband or your person, like, you're going to want to do it, and I think he'll reciprocate.
agreed. Like,
Okay.
I'm going to take it. Yes.
Don't put that in the universe.
Thank you. I meant I'm never going to be the only one
Yes.
doing
Yes.
all of it again. I should thank you for correcting me on that. So I think actions are so low because I don't have.
You've never had it.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
And I think that if I met somebody who did help in those ways, I feel like actions would go up. But I've always been the one doing it. So when I was reading it, with even Make the Bed was one of them. And I was like,
I know. And that was a weird thing for me because even if I made the bed every day, like, I do that for myself, I wouldn't make it a thing.
yeah.
Like, I do that every morning anyway. It's part of my morning routine. I feel off if I don't make the bed.
Right. Well, and we're the same way in that. Like, my bed has to. It's like the first thing I do when I wake up.
And I would not get mad if my person just didn't make the bed. I would be mad if, like, I had to go to work before him and he was still in bed, and then I would come home and the bed still wasn't made.
Or that's just a mess. Like, in your living space. Like, I can't stand that. Like, there has to be. I like to come home after a long day.
We would be fighting.
Yes, we would be. We would be having some strong words. Same with me, though. And we're minimalists, too, for the most part. So it should be rather easy to clean up where we're at. It's not like a bunch of shit everywhere. Okay.
No.
So, love that we were similar in a lot of things, actually. But
Yeah, and I think also when it comes to, like, love languages, knowing how you want to receive love is important. How you give love is important. I figured out, like, the relationship that I'm in now, we're both givers.
ooh, yes.
And so for me to just take, because he gives,
Challenging.
it's challenging. And we had a conversation about it, and I was basically like, if I offered to buy coffee, if I offered to buy something, it means that I can afford it and I want to, like, do it. Just let me do it because I feel good about it. And he's like, okay, that's going to be a hard one because I am the man and I provide. And I'm like, I know, but let's just compromise a little bit. And I'm trying, like, when he first wanted, he was like, babe, I'm coming over, I'll bring you a coffee. I'm like, don't get me a coffee unless you're getting a coffee for yourself. Like, don't.
We had
And
to
she
have
was
a
like,
moment.
just let him get the fucking coffee.
I was like, just let him get the coffee. It's a fucking coffee.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
come on.
I'll let you get me my coffee.
That's true. I also, I'm definitely a giver. And until my actual last relationship, I didn't ever let somebody really spend money on me because I just had really bad experiences with dating people who, like, would hold it above me.
Yeah.
So the coffee thing, absolutely, like, that is what it is. But my last relationship was the first man that I ever let buy me clothes, or, you know, the taking me on vacation thing. That's always been, if they wanted to take me, like, I've never cared about anything like that. But buying me clothes and actually, like, doing things in that way monetarily, like, I never let people do. So it was interesting for me to, do that in my past relationship, which was weird, held over my head later on.
All right. So it says your style for expressing love, physical attraction. It embodies the expression of love through physical touch and closeness, amplifying the emotional bond between partners. Its importance lies in its ability to speak volumes without the need for words, making it a potent, tactile love expression. This expression branches into several key subcategories, including physical touch, public displays of affection, and intimacy or sex. Now, I will say this. I'm not much of a PDA person,
Me neither.
but I have been lately, like, making out. And I don't know. I think it's just, like, a per person situation, because usually I'm just not. Like, I do, like, a peck kiss, or, like, I grab the butt or whatever. But, like, the tongue. It's also where I'm at.
Right.
And who's around.
100%. I agree with that. I think the PDA is just touching in public, which I love. If you are not touching my butt, like I will say it again
No, I
for
love
those
that
in the
too.
back. Like, you know, like if anyone, my butt is just like so slappable. Like I'm not gonna lie. It's like
And
the
you have
butt-
to slap both
you
sides.
have to slap both sides because
Got to equal it
you
out.
got to equal it out. Weird for me.
Yes.
I mean, my style for expressing love is obviously physical affection too, which totally makes sense. Again, this was not something that I was really big in at all. Like I didn't really like to cuddle. I didn't like outside of sex. I didn't really like to touch somebody. But when I started dating people that I actually had feelings for later on in life, I was like, oh, now I understand why physical affection and the kissing and the touching. We were talking about this the other day. There's a song by Maisie Starr, just like fade into, like it just like you just want to like melt into the person. Like I just want that closeness.
I agree.
Yeah.
So how I receive love, physical affection,
And
Avi,
yeah.
cuddles and snuggles, hugs and kisses, touches and caresses you, provides comforting touch in times of distress, shows affection in public, expresses love through physical intimacy, prioritizes sex in your relationship. That should have been number one on top.
That to me, because
Once the sex goes, I go.
yeah. If
Sorry.
we're not getting the PQs anymore. No, we're like,
Yeah.
if, you know, we actually talked about this because women, as women, I know we've done the category episode and we'd love to hear if men feel this way too, which we don't think they do. However, once a woman loses that emotional interest to have sex with somebody, they'll never have sex with them again.
Yeah.
Like, unless there is a catastrophic change in behavior or something. Once I'm
hypnosis, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who knows? And there's just, I can't even get there anymore. It's a never again. It's not just a like, maybe. It's like a hard no.
Well, our sex organ's the brain. So your brain tells your vagina, like, it's a no-go. And then your heart catches up to it.
Yeah.
So once my vagina stops working.
The Sahara Desert.
Sorry.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. And I think too, when you're with a romantic partner, that's a way to feel loved and desired, is when they can't keep their hands off of you. Like I want to feel young again. Like I want to feel like a 17-year-old boy who just discovered his penis with you. I want to do it all with you. You know what I mean?
You saw that Instagram video of like that baby elephant and he's like,
Yeah.
the trunk.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be me.
That would 100%.
If I was a guy for a day, that would be me. And all I would want is like a blowjob.
Yes.
Because I'm dying to know what it feels like on the guy's perspective.
Me too.
Like a good blowjob.
Like a good one. I'm pretty good.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy.
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe.
Yes.
Sloppy Joe. Okay.
Yeah.
I think emotional connection is yours too, right? Okay. Let me read this one.
Yeah.
It's the same. So we receive love the same way. So emotional connection connects with you emotionally, shows a genuine interest in getting to know you on a deeper level. We're really big on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Provides a safe and trusting emotional environment. This is probably my number one thing that I'm looking for in my next relationship. Respects boundaries, is honest, vulnerable, has high emotional intelligence and maturity, huge, is attuned to your emotions, shows empathy, resolves conflicts in a healthy way, apologizes sincerely, and forgives when needed. We talked about this on the last episode.
Yes.
And then provides comfort and consolation. I think this is really a turning point in my life when I read this, because I have done this for myself for so long, and the providing a safe and trusting emotional environment, but then also provides comfort and consolation. Like, I don't want to be the man in my life anymore. Like, I don't want to be the one that's constantly like, we're going to push through this. We're going to keep going. For myself, like, I would like to have hard days and just have the guy that I am with wrap his masculine arms around me and make me feel like, God, I can just like be this feminine, fragile girl for a moment because I've been so by myself and independent for so long. Wow, I didn't realize I was going to get a little emotional. like I would just love it. I would love to know what that feels like.
Yeah, I mean, half the time women vent to you guys. We just want to vent. We don't need you to fix it. We don't need your advice. We literally just, we want you to be like, I'm here. Maybe hug. Maybe a good make out session. Let us just get it all out. And the first reaction for a man is, babe, this is what you should do. Yeah. Let me help you. Yeah. Let me fix it. And I get it. You're programmed that way as a man, taking charge and
fixing it.
Yeah. But sometimes just let me go on a rant.
You know, one of my girlfriends, when she first started dating her now husband and they have a child together, she had a really hard day at work. And she was expressing to him how frustrated she was. And she started crying because, just so you know, passionate women are emotional creatures. They can't be that passionate and intense during sex and also not have it on the other side with emotions. I just want to say that just real quick. Okay. Second thing, she was crying, and his way of comforting her, because he was just listening to her and she was just like having a really bad time. So he's like, okay. So he got up, he poured her a glass of wine, and she was like, thank you. Then he took off her pants and went down on her. I'm like, okay, sign me up, please. Like,
I wasn't expecting that.
Could you imagine being like mid, like frustrated cry, and then him just like pour you a glass of wine, just like take a breath, and then just literally start going down on you?
I mean, it makes sense. It stops your brain from thinking.
Yeah.
I had a small Tourette's episode that lasted about like 2 weeks. And my doctor friend said to my boyfriend at the time, he's like, anytime the Tourette's is like activated, and it was usually like at night when I was turning off my brain, he's like, just stick it in because it will go away because the brain can't handle all the things. And it worked. And eventually the Tourette's stopped. But yeah, it was a crazy, crazy time.
I just feel like a lot of things are solved by an orgasm. Like, that is the happiest place. That is a place that I love to be in at all times. Yeah. Like, and a good thing for me is it doesn't take a lot. So if I'm ever having a moment for my future husband, I'm giving you all the ways to woo me. Like, follow through and make me come. That's it. Those are the two things that I need.
Yep. I second her.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
But sometimes when you're like in that mind space, sometimes you're just like, just don't touch me. Like, let me get it out.
Yeah. You have to wait until she finishes what she needs to say.
Because then if you do that and you're not listening, and I'm like, are you even fucking listening to me? Like, this is rude. You don't think what I'm saying is important?
100%. I think that's actually hysterical, because it's so true. And I think too, as you continue to get older, obviously your love languages or whatever these, styles that we took, they're going to adjust every time you have an experience with somebody. As I mentioned earlier, actions is so low on my list. However, there was a moment where I went on a date with somebody and they planned everything. They did everything. Another time because I'm me and I'm like, I do everything myself. This person like made me coffee in the morning and like was, carried my suitcase. And I was like, I can just like sit here and relax. Like, I don't have to do anything. It was the nicest thing ever.
Do you think that if you got that all the time, you would be bored? Not bored, but like, babe, can I do something, can you make me feel independent for 2 seconds? I miss that feeling.
Yes, I do. I think in this situation, it was like a couple day event. So it was like nice to just like not fucking do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do, however, know myself, and I would have to start participating in some way. And it's just more because that is my way of working through anxiety sometimes, is when I'm cleaning or doing something. So if I'm a big proponent of give and take when it comes to that. Like, of course, I want you to cook a meal, but can I please help you with the dishes? Or like vice versa.
Yeah.
Or like, if I just want to do something nice, it is very hard for me to relinquish control, which is weird because like me, no. Okay. So if I am giving up control, it means that I really like you.
Yeah.
Because I trust you. So it just hasn't happened yet.
Oh my God. I just remembered when we were at Southern Charm's house and you guys were literally arguing on how to clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 OCD people, and I literally had to record it because I was just sitting back and I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, it was. And he had a very specific way of doing
Very
things.
specific.
And I was like, just let me help you. To be fair, I was having a very big anxious episode at the time because I was not present in that moment. I was present in my past relationship.
Yeah. But it made me, I didn't want to bring up him, but it made me think like that funny.
It was. And
let me help you. And he was like, I got it. And I was like, let him clean his kitchen the way he wants to clean his kitchen.
I've only, the weekend I'm talking about, when I just didn't do anything, it was the only time I didn't actually clean a kitchen, and it like drove me bonkers.
Yeah. So on Instagram, we found this Chat GPT roast the 5 love languages. And I think they're really
hysterical.
Yeah. So we're going to pass the phone. So quality time, it says your idea of romance is your partner instantly dropping their phone the moment you put yours down. If they don't immediately pause whatever they're doing to stare lovingly at you, you wonder if the relationship is in crisis. This is kind of true because if you're both like watching TV, but you guys are both on your phone, and I've done this and I put my phone down, I expect the other person to put their phone down. And I'm like, babe, you're not watching the TV. Like, why did we even put this on? Right. And I was doing the exact same. I'm guilty of that 100%. I don't think I do that now because I'm actually really good at night putting my phone away and it's on silent. Like, I don't even hear it.
Yeah. I never know where my phone is, so that's never been an issue with me.
Yeah. I just think it's funny because I was like, I've been guilty of that.
Yeah, I love it. Ooh, acts of service. Okay. Forget roses. You swoon if your partner spontaneously folds the laundry or gets your oil changed. Your ultimate love fantasy involves them whispering softly, relax, babe. I already took out the trash.
I mean, I don't think that's a roast. I think some people do want that.
Yeah.
It's like, what's so funny about taking out the trash?
Yeah, no, please. That is one thing that when I meet my human, like I don't
take out the trash.
Yes, I don't want to take out any more trash. Like I'm tired.
I don't take out the trash.
Yeah.
Well, I also live in a condo. You just kind of put it down the chute.
Yeah. Same.
Words of affirmation. You're the human equivalent of a houseplant. If your partner forgets to water you with compliments daily, you immediately start wilting. One missed love you text and you're convinced this secretly hate you. Oh my God, is that me when I didn't get the good morning? And I was like, oh my God, what's wrong? I'm not like that anymore.
No, but that is me. I'm like, what? Like, you don't miss me? Like,
oh my God. I don't hear from you in 12 hours. I'm like, oh, he must be busy.
Yeah. Well, now.
I'm like,
okay, says the girl too who got roses one time and was like, what does this mean? Like, what, like,
yeah, I was like,
the guy
why?
who did text good morning, she's like, why is he so thirsty? Maybe he just wants to say good morning.
I know. But now I'm like, good morning. Where's my good morning?
Receiving gifts. You're easy to please. Just buy you thoughtful, perfect, exactly what you hinted at gifts.
What? I didn't even catch it.
Okay. Receiving gifts. You're easy to please just by you thoughtful, perfect, exactly what you hinted at gifts without needing reminders. If your partner picks a slightly wrong color or brand, you're mentally rehearsing how to sound grateful without visibly dying inside.
I think I've been guilty of that too. A little bit for like a birthday. Like if I want something very specific on my birthday and you get something slightly off, I'm like,
It
no.
was so easy.
I literally handed to you on a fucking platter. I'm not like that anymore.
These love languages are like kind of like making me be like, dang, like I.
Physical touch. Your idea of personal space is 0 inches. Like, why sit separately when you could be tangled up like headphone cords? If your partner scoots even slightly away, you're instantly replaying your last 3 conversations looking for clues. This is not me at all. There's some moments where I don't even want to cuddle.
Yeah.
And I have a girlfriend that legit doesn't want to cuddle with her boyfriend. She's like, don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Again, this used to be me where I was like, I need space. Now, when I am actually sleeping, no. But like if we're just like laying or sitting on the couch together, I remember this one time where, because I'm a little person, we're sitting on the couch and I got up for something and there was like maybe this much room between the sofa and him, and I sat right.
But did you want him to move?
No, I just,
Oh.
no, I don't know why I did
I'm like,
it.
babe,
I don't know why I did it.
there's a whole bed.
Because honestly, can I be 1000% real with everybody and with you right now? My family does that shit to me and I fucking hate it. I just wanted to be close to him. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh.
It was
I
very
like
interesting.
I like a good cuddle sesh, but it doesn't need to be all the time. I also like to be left alone.
Same. And I like my space. But
Yeah.
it was a moment where I just saw an opportunity and I was like, if I fit, I sit.
So question, now that you know all this and you have these results, would you send them to your person that you're dating like, FYI, this is...
No, because I think that...
Or would you, maybe a conversation starter, like, oh my God, babe, I took this test and like, look at what it's revealed. Do you feel the same way?
Well, I think yes and no. I also think that there's a way to verbalize like what you want in a relationship. And I think it does vary by person. Like, I don't know if these results would hold true with the next person that I'm going to date. I think that maybe there's going to be things in that relationship that I couldn't even say yes to in these questions because I've never experienced before.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So like, I think physical, I mean, I'm always 1000% honest about sex.
Yeah.
Every guy who's ever
Yeah.
dated me knows that. Like, I want to, like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
If you're not undressing in my room or like your room and I'm not staring at you and I'm not like making
drooling,
noise,
like salivating.
I'm literally like a dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh babe,
Yeah.
like, I don't think we
Gopher.
can,
Slower.
we can go to dinner tonight.
Yes.
You know, I'm
What's
just like
what's
a
the
horny
Riley
little
Green
beast.
song in the worst way? Ooh.
Oh, Riley Green, love.
We have like, I think about him all the time.
How big his hands are.
I mean, I just, you know, when you hear a song and you immediately like start thinking of somebody like, for example, Riley Green's Worst Way song.
Yeah.
I thought about him. Like all I thought about was him. I was like,
Oh, I immediately sent it to Viking. I was like, here you go. And here's the video. And he's like, do you want to have sex in a restaurant with people watching? I'm like, no,
the
just
song is just so sexy. God, I'm like,
if you guys have not listened to that song, Riley Green, Worst Way,
like my
or I
hands
Want
on
You
your
in the Worst
hips.
Way.
Like,
It is the hottest video, hottest country singer right now. Yeah, he's just amazing.
It does remind me of Jason Aldean's Burning It Down. That was also a really good one. such a good. You just hear it, and
Or
you're just like,
what was the country song? I think it was Jason Aldean too, about the country hat, or I'm gonna have to Google that because it was so good.
yeah,
Yes. I'm gonna Google real quick.
Google that. So I think that I would need to assess the human first. Also, I think that you have to determine if the person's even open to looking at something like I love learning. I love taking any type of quiz or anything because I think that I find them fascinating. Some people don't, which is also a sign of narcissism if they have zero interest in bettering themselves in any capacity.
I can't find this song, but I will find it one day.
Yeah. Well, you know what we'll do is we will maybe use this as a clip and then put the song on the clip.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Well, I'm going to send these. Actually, I'm not going to send this to Vikey. I'm going to actually make it a conversation.
Yeah.
And he's really good at my love languages.
Well, he's great. But he's also one of the things about the emotional connection is he's curious about you.
Yeah, remember I dated Slovakian and
Bob the Builder.
He didn't ask me anything. I don't even think that he knew where I was from or if I had a family. Like, could have been an orphan to him for all I know.
That was an interesting one. I remember when we were talking and I was like, I made a comment and she goes, no, he doesn't know. And I'm like, how does he not know that? And she's like, he doesn't ask anything. And I was like,
nothing.
That's when I knew. I was like, he's got to go.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in order to experience
all the love languages,
all the love styles, all the facts,
it's also good to figure out who you are. Like, if life is a game of who are you,
right?
And at the end, you'll finally know. I'm figuring it out every day. I'm just like, oh, wow.
I love it.
I didn't know that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think we're so open to so many things right now, too. We're just like on cloud nine for various reasons.
Like life's cloud nine.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're high on life.
Ding.
In order to do it,
Carpe diem, bitches. I think love languages is like love patient number 9.
Oh my gosh, we should watch that movie.
I don't even remember that movie.
It's like
Thank you for watching this episode of Karaoke Wine. Please like and subscribe.